there is about 14 more chunks of dirt cover I have to remove in this entire quarry, but isn't this area so big? It's pretty cool. You know, one of my least favorite things about voxel games, Minecraft in particular, suffers from this. Why does there need to be patches of dirt underground? I mean, I understand Notch probably wanted there to be some diversity underground, not just ores. So yeah, it's big patches of dirt everywhere, but they're so annoying. I mean, like, nobody wants this. It's not useful. I already have enough dirt. I made this entire roof out of it. I have enough. Anyway, big gripe with voxel games. Vintage Story does not suffer from this problem. I don't know if you've noticed. Oh, I'm going to grab some of this coal really quickly. Oh yeah, what was I going to say? Welcome to the third installment of the Minecraft Advice column. Today we're going to be talking about the debate between old and new Minecraft. And not my take on it, although you might hear it anyways. I've already talked probably enough about the debate. And if you really want to know what I think, I made a video essay about it, and I was very careful and made sure that I put that it was my opinion several times in that video, so no one would get mad. Anyway, I have an email to read, and then I'll read a random one at the end. This is from Nfight. In the past years, I've been paying attention to the old versus new Minecraft debate, and I don't really know what to think about it. I play many versions of Minecraft, both old and new. I still regularly play and enjoy modern Java, of course with criticisms, but I also frequently play Legacy Xbox One Edition and Alpha and Beta. However, when I look at the old versus new debate, people make it seem like you can only play one, and if you play the other, then you don't understand the game. Some in the old and modern communities get really aggressive or dismissive of any other opinion. Take Gerg, for example. When the Hermitcraft people recently did their spin-off series exploring the older versions, I saw a lot of Golden Age community members complaining about it and the fan bases. Whatever you think about Hermitcraft and the creators, I personally enjoy them. Gatekeeping an entire version of Minecraft for many parts of the community is absurd, toxic, and elitist. If the Golden Age community wants people to discover these versions, they have to actually let them and welcome them with open arms, at least in my opinion. This has prevented me from really getting involved into the Golden Age community, as I feel I wouldn't be welcomed by some community members. I've always respected yours and Dialco's opinions and takes on the whole debate. However, I am curious as to what you think about the nature of debate itself and how people on both sides of the argument treat it. Simply put, what do you think about the community and the debate of old versus new Minecraft? Alright, I hope I've explained the questions and the points well. Glad you enjoyed the channel. I am having a good day. Hope you're having a good day. I mean, I don't know, it's 7:30 in the morning. I woke up 2 hours ago and I went to bed 6 hours ago. But who's counting? Who's counting these things? Alright, gotta mine more dirt, dirt boy. Here we go. I took some notes while I was thinking about this. And I considered, going a little bit further and taking more notes, but I don't want this to be another 30-minute long video. It might be, though. So, first of all, I guess I want to point out about, as far as the debate goes, I think it's a really interesting question. Like, what do I think about the debate in general? Why we debate? Or, the nature, the ethics of it. So that's something I have spent a lot of time thinking about. I try to put some of my thoughts into this video in particular and some of the notes that I took. Yum, yum, yum. I love grass and dirt. Yes, more. So first of all, I want to point out that gatekeeping doesn't really exist, at least in this situation. Because, I mean, no one is stopping you from playing the old Minecraft versions, right? That's something you have full agency and control over. I know there's like a whole community thing. I don't really like the Minecraft community, I'll be real. I don't really care for it at all. Like, it seems mostly concerned with making content. And I don't just mean YouTube content, I mean like making Instagram-worthy builds and stuff like that. I don't know. You go to the Minecraft subreddit, it's like pointless, wholesome stuff. Like, oh, I haven't showered in 10 weeks and, today I finally changed my underwear. Can I have some appreciation or something? Stuff like that. I don't really care about that stuff. It's just, good for them. You get my point. Like, it's good for them, but can we not have that? I just care about Minecraft. That's all. Where was that? Minecraft forums. Those were awesome. The site culture was very different. It was very exploratory. I liked it. MC Retro, I think, is an attempt at creating Minecraft forums for old versions, because if you go to the Minecraft forums today, it's mostly empty and mostly people complaining about new Minecraft. So anyway, I wouldn't worry too much about gatekeeping, just because, well, nobody can stop you from doing what you want. Not really. And also, I wouldn't worry about the Golden Age community, because it's pretty milquetoast. Like, if you ever see somebody being gatekeepy, especially on the Golden Age subreddit, you know, people are generally disapproving of that, so I wouldn't worry a lot about it. Especially now, it's been diluted quite a bit. This music is very loud. I'm going to fix it in post, but it's hard to hear myself. I don't personally really care about taking part in this debate anymore, because I've just spent probably 3 years talking about it. I'll be frugal. I'll say about 3 years I've been listing my criticisms and complaints about the modern version. So it's not something I particularly care to have anymore. I feel like most Golden Age YouTubers feel the same. And the only reason I would continue to take part in the debate is for content reasons, which, I don't know, like, maybe there's good information or good perspectives to put out there, but otherwise it feels disingenuous. My hope when I made the video essay, the why I play old Minecraft, even though it didn't cover literally everything, it didn't cover every little detail about why I prefer old versus new, I think it got to the point pretty well. And I was hoping that would be the last time I really have to clarify myself, or that's my case for why I like to play what I play. And it's still a very popular video. Like, it still gets a lot of views. I think I don't really know. I don't really know the numbers. It just feels like it's a lot. I get lots of comments on it every day. I got a lot of people just mad at me. You know, they're just mad. Like, saying that what I'm saying is dumb and empirically untrue, whatever. That's, people overuse the word empirically, that's for sure. But something people often tell me, and something that new Minecraft players like to say, to dismiss any criticism of new Minecraft, I've noticed, is that, well, if you like old Minecraft, then you should just play it. You can play the old versions within, you know, the holy Microsoft launcher. You can do it. Just play it then. You know, it's like, we all do play it. That's aside the point, right? We all do play old Minecraft. It's just that we obviously have an attachment to the development of the game. A lot of people who play old Minecraft grew up playing it, right? Like, yes, we can just go back and play the old versions. But you have to understand, for a long time, watching the development of the game was exciting and very hopeful, right? And getting new content was not a bad thing, because we used to like get a lot of great stuff. Think about Pistons and Beta 1.7, or the Amplify worlds and Release 1.7 were cool, even though that update added diorite and granite. Billions must mine dirt. Yes. Gotta make a lot of dirt mining references here. But overall, I think you understand my point. Like, it's something that I think a lot of people miss. So, and Minecraft is a game people love. So to see the official game being taken in a direction that people don't like, largely the older Minecraft community, it's no wonder that's very upsetting to people. So that's why they get so passionate about it, even though they don't have to play modern Minecraft. I still, you know, I'll still talk about it, even though I largely don't really care what they're adding except to make jokes of it, because I'm not going to play modern. I'm just not going to. I have no interest. Maybe one day I'll play modern Minecraft to try a mod, or maybe if they update the end. Like, I don't really care anymore. I've gotten over it. Like, the past 3 years, I think I was more upset about the direction of the game, but now it's just like, I don't know, it's just a silly show that I don't have to pay attention to. I'm not even really following the updates or the development anymore. I think that a lot of people have kind of checked out of the debate in general. So it is ramping down if you're concerned about that. Maybe it'll be gone soon enough. So the real reason that I think, and this is my opinion, that most people are gatekeepy around these old versions, or, you know, they're like, you have to play one or the other, or at least they treat it that way, is because it's not so much about, you know, the differences between the two versions of the game, because they do lend themselves to different playstyles, of course. They're different gaming experiences. And it's fun to have different experiences. But I think it's more about, it's like gamer politics. It's what type of gamer is represented by those versions. New Minecraft kind of represents a different or a newer generation of gamers, younger people, that kind of thing. Like, old Minecraft is definitely more like hardcore passionate people. And I've never really cared about gamer politics. Not really. Because ultimately they don't mean anything. But you have to think about what motivates maybe new Minecraft players and what motivates old Minecraft players, especially the extremists, and why they won't play each other's versions. It's like old Minecraft players, they won't play new Minecraft because, well, it's too easily rewarding. It's not very well designed. It's, there's a lot of just cute, like, very corporate marketable stuff. And if you understand anything about gamer politics, that's generally a no-no in those kinds of communities. Newer Minecraft is definitely meant for younger people. People can certainly be passionate about it. A lot of great stuff comes out of the community, but I think in general the player base trends younger, trends more casual. I'm not really going to get into it too much, but I think maybe you understand my point here. Ultimately, I don't personally have a stake in it, but that's just something that I think I've noticed. So maybe that's why old Minecraft players don't like new Minecraft players. Not just the new Minecraft versions, but if you choose to play those new versions, this means like what? You just like things to be easy, or you like things to be quickly gratifying, or you like corporate slop. That's, again, I want to clarify, these aren't my opinions, but I'm just trying to express what I think these people think. So I'll do the flip side. I believe it works very similar for new Minecraft players, the way that they see old Minecraft players. I think new Minecraft players are very quick to label the old Minecraft community as toxic. I know I just gave examples of old Minecraft community being toxic, but generally I don't really think that they are, at least not nearly as much as people think. I believe that new Minecraft players are very quick to label them as toxic. I'll explain why a little bit later, but I want to finish this point up. I think older Minecraft generally represents your kind of more traditional gamer. Like older gamers, a little bit more like grumpy old men kind of gaming. People who don't like new stuff, accepting the new stuff and accepting change. Older, more serious gamers, maybe they have a negative connotation. Certain words, behaviors, kind of associated with those hardcore, like older school gamers. I say old school, but 15 years ago is hardly old school. You get what I mean, though. They might have a negative connotation, so I think that plays into it a little bit. For other reasons I won't mention. Special words they use and certain outlooks on statistics, maybe. That's as far as I'm going to go with that. But I think that's another reason maybe new Minecraft players don't really like the old Minecraft community. But I feel like this is all really facetious. It doesn't really matter, and it's not really true for either side, right? They're oversimplifications. Now, here's this other thing I was mentioning earlier, is that I think new Minecraft players overperceive old Minecraft players as toxic. And the reason I personally believe this, and this is totally anecdotal, is because I remember one time it was I got a Reddit chat or I got a Discord DM, I don't even remember. I don't hardly get Reddit chats, but I do get them sometimes. I think this guy was saying something similar to Endfight, that they were kind of worried about joining the old Minecraft community because they're like, oh, it's toxic. And it was either that or they said they didn't like old Minecraft because the community was toxic. And I told them something like, well, you don't have to worry about the community, you can just play it. You don't have to take part in any of the social aspects of it. You can just play the game. And then they gave me some like, yeah, I know, but this and that and the other thing. And they're like, yeah, the old Minecraft community is toxic and it makes it hard to enjoy, something like that. I remember asking, like, what did they say that was toxic? Can you like point the example out to me? And then I just kind of admitted that like, no, not really. Like I can't. They said they had toxic interactions on Reddit, I think. And I looked through their comment history just because I was curious. And I actually didn't find anything. It wasn't like extensive. It wasn't like a very used account. But I didn't find anything extensive. And I'm like, well, what's toxic about the community? And they're like, they admitted basically to me, because I'm going off of memory, that it wasn't really anything, but they just kind of felt that way. And I asked them, like, do you feel this way because you think that people not enjoying modern Minecraft and instead enjoying older Minecraft kind of makes you feel like your enjoyment of the new is invalidated? And they were like, yeah, that's pretty much it. And that, I think, is probably the biggest reason people don't like the opposite community that they're in. Modern players don't like old players, and old players don't like new players, probably for that reason, because they feel like the enjoyment of the version that they prefer is probably invalidated or feels diminished because other people enjoy different versions than they do. I think that's the heart of it, really. Now, Enfight says something about wanting to attract people to the Golden Age community. Let me talk about that a little bit and the nature of gatekeeping. So I'll very loosely quote the boy Ryan, where he says, gatekeeping is a good way to make sure that the community doesn't go to crap. The philosophy is if you let everybody in, then the community might lose its identity, it might lose its touch. The stuff that you enjoy about it might be lost because the community is way more generalized. And I think that's true. I mean, I don't think that's something you can really deny. The old Minecraft community is definitely a little bit more milquetoasty these days. There's a lot of nostalgia bait stuff, which is definitely ramped up in the past 3 years. I don't remember totally about the Hermitcraft drama, why people were upset, but I would hazard a guess, because I do remember something that Mine 1001 said, and he was like, well, get ready for an influx of a bunch of little kids posting pictures of pink sheep or something like that. And that was exactly what happened, right? As the community got more popular, it was just a lot of just like, wow, liminal ... posts, that kind of thing. We get like, if you go to the Golden Age subreddit, there's 10 pictures of the Herobrine Mountain every day. Tons of what should I build here posts. It's a lot of, my childhood is throbbing. Look at this blue rose. You're going to have to forgive me for my lack of tact. Sorry about that. I think it is just a little true that the community has been diluted, I suppose. That being said, I've seen it kind of go in waves. So every once in a while, old Minecraft will get popular in the algorithms, usually because it's very easily exploited for content among larger YouTubers. It's like a little cheat code. And then you get an influx of newer people into the space who are very general about their interests. They're like, oh, my freaking childhood hurts, it's so liminal, wholesome 100, that kind of thing. But there are some who generally, like, they start playing the old versions and they're like, dang, like, this is actually a lot better. And they are the ones who stick around. Like, the more passive people, the nostalgia chasers, they usually end up leaving after like a few weeks. I don't even think there's anything wrong with chasing nostalgia. Like, I think it's kind of annoying to see it a lot in the subreddit, but because it's just the same thing over and over. But generally, like, if you're playing it because you want to have like experience a little bit of nostalgia, that's perfectly fine. I don't have an issue with that at all. I don't have an issue with anybody playing one version or the other. If I'm being real, I don't care about any of this. You know, when I started my channel, I started kind of like getting popular. I guess part of me was wanting to kind of evangelize for old MC because I really wanted Microsoft to realize that what they're currently doing was wrong. Like, their current development was going the wrong direction. And I thought that, like, if there was this big push to play older versions again, maybe they would see that and maybe they would start developing the game like they used to, with the thought and the care that they used to kind of put into some of the things, the pre-Microsoft updates, you know? That was a little bit of a foolish hope. I was thinking that, you know, if I get enough people to play, or like if I make this old Minecraft truly popular enough, not just passively popular with edits and sad childhood montages, but like actually getting people interest in the gameplay, then maybe they would see that. Maybe they'd recognize, maybe they'd be like, all right, let's take the development of this game seriously. But that's not really what happened, is it? That's not what happened at all. And what I have realized instead is that when I first joined the community, it was a lot of like people just posting their builds and asking technical questions. And now it's a lot of like upvote farming stuff. And that's one of the lowest things you could possibly do, is farm upvotes. Oh my god, you don't even get paid to make Reddit posts. I mean, I understand farming likes at the very least. You gotta hustle, right? But farming upvotes, how pathetic. I am not afraid to say that. That's what they do in the Minecraft subreddit, the normal Minecraft subreddit. There's a lot of upvote farming, a lot of it. I don't think we need it in the Golden Age one, but we do get a lot of that because it's more popular now, unfortunately. As far as your point about wanting to attract new people, so there is a selfish part of me that wants people to play old Minecraft because of the reasons I mentioned before. But the other half of me is like, you know, maybe we don't need to attract new people. I'm fine with just making videos that people watch and that's it. Or videos for people who are already passionate about the old versions. I'm not overly concerned with recruitment. I'm really not. That being said, if you do want to join, you can. I mean, I don't think you're really going to face many issues. And if you get annoyed by the community, then the community's always been terrible. So I would just it's always kind of been unbearable. And the only time it seemingly hasn't been is when people are purely focused on gameplay or talking about mechanics, builds, that kind of thing. In my opinion, the fake like positivity, like XD wholesome kind of typing is just as toxic as people telling each other to go kill themselves over, if you like the sniffer or not. I find that just as toxic, really. But that's just a personal opinion. I don't really have any more notes on this. I think I mentioned already that old players are kind of frustrated with seeing the game that they love develop in a direction they don't like. I think I already made that point. When I was explaining some of the stereotypes of the people who play the old and the new versions of the game, they're stereotypes, right? They're not really true. Plenty of people who play the old versions are casual. They play old and new. Or they never played it growing up. Maybe they started Minecraft earlier than the modern players or whatever. Maybe they didn't. Generally, anyone can play the old versions. Anyone can play the new versions. They can really attract any kind of people. Like, I never played Alpha until the last 3 years. I never touched it before. I started on release 1.5 when I was doing Java, and then before then, like very early Pocket Edition. I think 0.6 was when I started doing that. I've just found I appreciate this gameplay loop a lot more, so have a lot of other people, even if they've never tried it in their past. Anybody can really play old Minecraft. I played modern for years. So maybe even you could even use me as an example. Ultimately, I don't think gatekeeping is as big as an issue as people think. If you want to play old Minecraft, if you want to play new Minecraft, no one is really stopping you. Like, you can just do it. Just enjoy it yourself. Don't listen to the community. It's always been toxic. The last thing I would ever concern myself with is what people on Reddit think. And you shouldn't concern yourself with it either. I think I answered everything. I don't know if I did a great job responding to your email or if we even hit all the points that you wanted me to. And you'll probably have to forgive me for being kind of trite. But, I'm just shooting off the dome, really. Ultimately, I think you should play what you want. I'm very libertarian on the issue. All right, let's read the random email. This is from Nick. Okay, I gotta ask, what's the story behind the email? I'm imagining an inside joke, or was it just the silliest thing you could come up with? Pretty much the second answer there. It is just kind of silly sounding. Though if you want the real deep lore, all right, and I don't think I've ever fully explained this ever. Before this channel, this Monster channel, before it was an old Minecraft channel, it was a prank call channel. Okay, and probably not many of you actually know that. I know I've mentioned it before, but it really was. I made many prank call videos. They were very unpopular, or they just never got attention, I guess. I don't think I was like great at it. I thought some of them were pretty classic, but overall, like not all of them were very good. I still have them all on the channel, by the way. They're just privated. But yeah, this was a prank call channel. The reason it was a prank call channel is because for a while I was obsessed with this guy. Named, well, I don't know his name, but he went by Longmont Potion Castle. And he's this guy who's been making prank call albums. He's been putting prank calls into albums since the 70s. And his stuff is hard to find on YouTube because I think since it's an album, it gets copyrighted a lot and taken down. So you really actually are supposed to pay for them. But I mean, he's prank calling people, so I mean, you're just like recording people without their consent and kind of tormenting them. So I'm not going to. So I feel like it's okay if I want to get the album for free. Regardless, some of the stuff is actually hilarious, at least to me. Like, I don't know, I find it just incredibly funny. Some of the prank calls are hilarious. Sometimes he will edit out the context of the prank call to make it sound even more bizarre. Sometimes he has some device connect multiple phone calls together. Like, he'll call 2 different pawn shops and then place them onto the phone with each other. And it's just funny to listen to the customer service corporate kind of attitude break down as they start to get confused. Like, oh, welcome to Nancy's pawn shop. Welcome to Paul's pawn shop. How can I help you? How can I help you? Like, they just don't get it. It's funny. I haven't listened to that in years. I should. But anyway, this guy, like, he made it sound so much fun to do prank calls So I decided I wanted to do it. And this is what, 2022. And I started doing them, and I kind of just emulated his style. I tried to make my own style, but it wasn't very, very good or very unique. Anyway, oftentimes this guy, Longmont Potion Castle, or LPC for short, he would just make up really goofy names, but they're just kind of goofy in a unique way. Stuff like Ron Plebus, Bob Freebus, John Schmeefus, that kind of thing. Hoyt Hambone, Prick Donahue, that just like really silly sounding stuff. I had thought that Bob Freebus was kind of in the same vein as those names he would often make up for himself, and I used that to make the email. But afterwards, I found out that he literally did use that name. It just was in my subconscious, so I wasn't creative enough to come up with my own. It was his first. The reason I made the email is because a year or two ago, I wanted to make an old Minecraft is better, or like a reject modern Minecraft edit that's on this channel. And it's like a clip from a stream of me talking about some of the things I don't like about modern. And then it's there's a beat drop, and then there's a big montage of people's old Minecraft worlds, set to the beat. And to get all those clips of different Minecraft worlds, I just asked my subscribers, like, send in clips of your worlds to this email so I can put them all in. I'll put your names all down. I thought it was like a fun community project. Everybody could show off some of the cool stuff that they've built. They could all take part in the video. That's what ended up happening. I think I did pretty good. Now, looking back, I could have done that video way better. I could have done it so much better, but still, that's why I made the email. It's so people could send in their clips. And now it's so you guys can send in your questions. So if you have any burning Minecraft-related questions, not technical advice, not what should I build advice, but more philosophical questions, send them in to bobfreebusautoinsurance@gmail.com. That's it. Bye.